barely on social media. Like, I have a life and I actually love my life. Right? I don't need necessarily social media to escape from it or to vent to it and all these different things. It's not necessary. I have things in place that helps me vent, right? Things in place, like things that I like doing, that I'm enjoying, that I'm like too busy doing to be just scrolling on social media all day.
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I am your host, Jess Abraham, your favorite boundaries coach, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters, and choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power, and it's time to embrace it. So, get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JoyfulStylez.com. Let's go. Look, for those of you who have not yet taken that boundaries quiz, what are you waiting for? Let me know, okay? Maybe it's something that's holding you up. You're a little timid to take it. I don't know why, but just let me know what it is that's holding you up, right? Because I suggest that you take some time out right now, about 90 seconds or so of your time, to take that boundaries quiz. It's engaging, it's fun, it's for you, right? Take some time out. The link is in the show notes for you. Just click that link to take that boundaries quiz. It'll send you right to it. Like, get a gauge on where you are, right? Or how you've progressed. Like, maybe some of the things in there, like you've been just listening to the podcast and progressing, but you never took in the quiz before. But it's okay. Like, you can see some of the things in there, like, oh, I used to do this, but now I do this. Just take some time out and get a gauge, right? Assess your progress. All right. Look, again, that link for you is in the show notes. Just click the link in the show notes. For you to take that quiz. All right, y'all. Look, I'm about ready to get into this episode. Like, last week, we talked about boundaries with social media, more focused on governing yourself and things of that sort. Like, I always believe in starting with self, right? And this time, like this, still, all of this is still in your control, what we're going to be talking about today. But I want you to also um, to just be focused and more mindful and intentional about what it is that even like you're like consuming, right, on social media and things of that sort. Like, so I've talked about protecting your space and protecting your peace and all these different aspects. I have a whole episode about protecting your space, and throughout the time, all the things I've talked about protecting your peace. So this goes for online too, right? Like, it's all online. Like, what you put in your what you're seeing with your eyes and hearing with your ears, like, all of it matters, y'all, right? What you're consuming and taking in, and how much that you're consuming and taking in, like, all of this stuff matters, y'all. We must put boundaries in place here, y'all. It's so important. Okay, like, so I want to let y'all know, and some of you, I know you already know this because you feel some of this. When I get into some of this stuff, you felt it before. But like, I want to let you know, like, really, social media has a way of fueling a comparison and obligation and emotional burnout, guilt, and all these different emotions right inside of you, right? And then it's it happens. Right? It's so often, right? And sometimes you ignore these things and these signs and warnings and all these things, and you just keep going because what else you're gonna do, right? Which a lot of other things I'm here to tell you. But like, really, in this episode, I want to get into it, and I want to help you like reclaim that control, right? I really want to help you to be more intentional with your digital boundaries, right? It's so important, y'all. Like, it's just yeah, that's another story. I ain't even gonna get into that or go laugh like that. But it's like, yeah, I want you to be more intentional, right, with these digital boundaries, like, because you really do have more control than you're giving yourself credit for. And I want to help you here, right? Like, again, these things are designed for you to consume in a way, like, and time just flies by and you're like, whoa, it's been an hour already. Oh snap, it's been an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, yeah, I've done it. Like, right, like, I've done it, right? I'm speaking from experience in that way, and I'm just like, for that part of it. And some of those other things is just another story, because it has different effects on each of us, right? There's so many different things in so many different ways. But I'm going to start here with in this part 2 episode, right, is really, I want to let you know, y'all, like, I told you, like, it has this way of making you feel like you're obligated to do certain things in all this game. But I'm telling you, y'all, you are not required or obligated to be on 24/7 online, to be everybody into your life. I told you, like, be guarded about what you putting out there and how much of it that you're putting out there, like how much of your life and all these different things. Like, people don't need to know everything, y'all. I tell you, I learned that, like, it's not necessary. Most people don't care anyway, right? It's like, and you don't need to be 24/7 on, so you can respond to all these DMs that you may get and all these different things, right? No matter what people are saying out here, right? Like, y'all, I'm telling you, like, okay, I have businesses. I'm an entrepreneur and solopreneur in different spaces and things of that sort. And like, for business purposes, people, like, make sure, like, when people reach out to you, respond to them within X amount of time. Yep, I'm with that for sure, because, like, when I reach out to businesses that has nothing to do with social media, just whatever, I want a response in a timely fashion and things of that sort, right? However, I don't necessarily feel obligated to reach out to people immediately, like, oh, I'm gonna lose the sale if I don't get to them. It's the people that really want to rock with me and work with me, they will. I really believe that with all my heart. I choose to believe that if people really want this work, like, and they really want me to help them set these healthy and effective boundaries, right? They want to stop being a frustrated overgiver and stand up for themselves and feel good about it. Like, I'm here to help, and they know that. And they don't even care about all that other stuff. They'll get to it. They get it. Boundaries. Jazz ain't on here 24/7. She gonna get back to me. Like, it's important, right? And then there's other ways for me to hit her up. Like, like, if you really rock with me, then like, some of the ways that's best to hit me up. I'll get into some of that later. But it's like, y'all, like, so I don't subscribe to, I need to be on it, make sure I'm checking DMs 24/7, all the things like that. There's some things I'll put in place at the appropriate time to ensure that people are being nurtured in the way that in which they should be, right? But it's like, I'm not stressing out about all this stuff and doing all that. Like, it's not, no. It's not necessary. My life isn't for me to live for other people. Like, period, right? So yeah, we'll get to that. So, like, y'all, and part of that, right, again, because we live in a world that people like, check it out, and like, y'all, put boundaries around this thing, right? You can have office hours with DMs, right? And that can be what like, those of you who relate to me in a way, like, business wise, or with those with your friends, even, like, it's okay to have office, like, you only check DMs between this time and that time. It's okay, right? Put these things in place, right? Protect your space, protect your peace. Don't be feeling like you need to be on 24/7. They can get you within those hours. And if not, then hey, it must not been that serious anyway, or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I just choose to believe that, y'all. I'm not in this mindset of, like, I need to be on, or things are super scarce and all the things. Like, I serve an abundant God. Like, and I believe what God has for me is for me, period. That includes the people that's supposed to be in my community and be coached by me, and all the things I believe. Who and what God has for me is for me, period. I just choose to believe that. So I'm not, like, out here all frantic and, I gotta do this. I gotta respond. No, I'm cool. I have boundaries. Like, serious boundaries, y'all. And, like, I want you to, like, do like this. Now let me slow down and make sure I get this out there, because I have a question for you all, multiple actually. But, like, this one, I'm just thinking, like, and I hear it because people, like, sometimes they go on social media to like escape, right? To just check out from all the things that's going on in this world and in their world, particularly, and things of that sort. So for you, if you're one of those people that I'm just gonna go scrolling just to just like check out for a little bit or just whatever, like now, tell me when you do that, like there are times, right, when you might feel like even more drained after scrolling for however long, right? Like you start to feel like you be like, okay, I'm gonna do this to check out for a little bit, and just to be like, now you're consuming all these different things, you're seeing all this stuff, you're starting comparing yourself, you're starting feeling guilty about things, you're starting to like, man, I should probably be doing more, or I should be doing this, or oh, I want to live a certain lifestyle, and all these different things that are coming up for you and going through your mind and in your spirit, and then now you're like, man, like I'm even more drained, or even like that didn't pick me up, that kind of like put me down in a way, right? That, like, y'all, I want you to pay attention to this, right? Pay attention to what you're feeling and how you're doing this and all these different things, right? And I want you to take the like be intentional about it. Like, what is it that you're watching? Who is it that you're following? And all these different things, and all those things that spark that comparison and that guilt and these obligations, and having you feel like you don't feel great about yourself after necessarily seeing some of the content and all these different things. Now, I'm not talking about the things that's there to like help you and check you, like, oh man, you know what, that makes sense, I should, be focused, right? Hear what I'm saying, right? I'm talking about the things that I like just to get you to be and feel in ways not of God. Right? Like you started feeling extra fearful, and you're like all these extra things. Again, you comparing yourself to other people and their lifestyle and things of that sort. Like, bro, take some time. Like, now, action step: unfollow and mute those accounts. Period. Like, you don't need that in your spirit. You don't need that in like. There's other ones you can follow and do. Like, do the things that are follow the accounts that are more helpful and beneficial to you, like you, that always gives you that that extra oomph to like keep going and doing the things, like not having you feeling like some type of way about your own life, like not in that way. Like, follow those things that inspired you, not the things that have you feeling like crap. That have you feeling like down and out. Like, what's the point of that? Even now, like social media and changed so much over the years. This is like things you don't even follow just pop up on your timeline now, right? Mute those stuff too. Don't like sit there and look at it or view those videos and reels and whatever else that comes up, or those carousel, like just words, whatever, the posts, right? All the posts that comes up. Don't just sit there and be in it, because then now social media, like, oh, you stayed here for X amount of time, I'm gonna keep showing you more and more of this depressing stuff. Like, right, you seen all the stuff that might be ticking you off about what's going on in the news and in the world and all these bad things, and like, but the more you consume it, the more they show you. So be mindful and be intentional about it. Like, just muting that stuff, keep it moving. Like, right, help them. Like, I always say this, and I mean this: you must teach people how to treat you. The same go for the social media, right? Social media world and the social media apps itself, right? Show them that you're about. Oh, keep showing me this inspiration and motivation and things of that sort, right? Like, train it to do that. Like, they literally make it however they're doing this stuff now, but they're making it in a way so there's like they give you more of the things that you like to consume, because they want you to stay there for as long as possible, right? Regardless of whatever else. I'm just like, yeah, that's different. I'm just, y'all, I told y'all last episode, and I'm saying now, like, I'm barely on social media, but like, just cause like I have a life, and I actually love my life. Right? I don't need necessarily social media to escape from it, or to vent to it and all these different things. Like, it's not necessary. I have things in place that helps me vent, right? I have things in place, like things that I like doing, that I'm enjoying, that I'm like too busy doing to be just scrolling on social media all day and things of that sort. Like, just again, it got to a point, right? I'm sure there was seasons in which in his times now I catch myself like, I mean, even if it's things that I'm consuming that's funny or inspiring and all the things. I'm like, bro, it's been like an hour. Okay. Like that's a whole one of my favorite shows I like watching or something. Like, I'm just saying, catch yourself and pay attention to what it is that's happening, what it is that you're doing. Like, make sure y'all, like, we got to be intentional about this stuff, what we're consuming, right? And we're consuming certain things. Make sure you're producing too. I'm just saying, not the stuff that we talked about last week, not all the just putting stuff out there just because or for whatever reason, approval and all this other type of stuff, right? We're not doing that either, okay? So again, I suggest you unfollow and mute those certain accounts and bring more into your ecosystem and atmosphere that really inspire you and pick you up and help you to like get off of social media and actually do stuff in your real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, follow those things. Do that type of stuff, right? And also I want to know like because there's some of you, right? No judgment zone here. I'm just making suggestions and things though, right? Like, there's some of you that literally fall asleep scrolling on social media, and then when you wake up in the morning, one of the first things you do in the morning is pick that phone up and you back on social media again before you even get out of bed. Now come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying, y'all, we gotta put stuff in place like this doesn't happen. Y'all, like, I have a whole morning routine that like takes, I don't even know when it is that I touch my phone to even do some of the things. I guess at a point of time it becomes where I do read my scriptures and things on my phone, and things of that sort. I listen to my music. I turn on my music in the morning. All it's, part of my routine and things of that sort. But I'm not like in these apps and on emails and social media and all these different things until like my morning routine is done. And then when I'm doing my morning routine, just so like I don't want nobody like interfering and like, bro, I'm on do not disturb. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Like, we'll get into that another episode. I guess I even on episode 1, yeah, I talked about y'all turning those notifications off, right? And putting some of that do not disturb stuff on. Like, it's you can do that, right? You have control, you have the power to do it. Just utilize that, right? you can do it, I promise you, right? Like, yeah, give yourself, challenge yourself that, right? Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'll just tell you now, this some little challenge. I challenge you, right? I really want to tell you, for an hour, right? For an hour a day, just put your phone on do not disturb mode. Like, just put your phone on do not disturb. You like, oh, Jess, not a whole hour. I got this and the kids and okay, whatever. I hear you. But try 30 minutes. Try 30 minutes. And if some of you like do this early in the morning, like me, my phone is on do not disturb multiple times throughout the day. Like, especially when I'm on my morning routine, you like ain't nobody getting. First of all, before we even get to the morning routine, my phone is in sleep mode at night. So that's a focus mode, like, or do not disturb mode for sleep. It's just titled sleep, but it's like, so you can text me all night or call me. I'll see that in the morning when I turn my phone off on do not disturb. Like, you're not about to disturb me in my sleep. It's not gonna happen. And all these different things. There's ways of an emergency that people can get through and things of that sort. But it's like, for the most part, we starting there at night. At a certain time of night, it just in do not disturb mode automatic. And then when I'm up in the morning, and my phone just is out, naturally gets out of its sleep mode and it goes into like regular mode. I'm in regular do not disturb mode until I'm done with my morning routine, until I have my time. Like, me and God, we had our time, and I'm like having my breakfast and all the different things, drinking my tea, all the different things, right? Like until my morning routine, I'm listening to my worship music, all the things. Until my morning routine is done, my phone is in do not disturb. So you will not get in touch with me. Like, you can feel free. I want you to feel free to text me, call, all the things. I'll see it when it's out of do not disturb mode. Right? Okay. Like, okay, y'all, that's another thing. I'm gonna focus here and continue to focus here on boundaries with social media, but I'm like, that's part of it, right? Put your phone in do not disturb. So like, you're not even tempted. Like, if you have your notifications on for these apps, if it's in do not disturb mode, you won't see the notifications till it's off of do not disturb mode. And that's one thing I love. Like, you don't see all the 17,000 emails that you have. You don't see the 82 messages, text messages that you have. Like, it don't show you none of those low numbers, those low red numbers for us iPhone people. It don't show you that. Yeah, and I love it. Like, it just looks like clear. It's just, oh, this is great. No notifications, no nothing. Like, yeah, y'all, it's next level. We get you there. We'll get you there for sure. Like, y'all, again, but I tell you, like, so when it comes to social media, right, I'm barely on there, right? There's times I go and I post, like, my boundaries look like Mondays and things of that sort, and I post clips from the podcast. There's times when I do that and just other different things. But I'm barely on social media. And y'all, the truth be told, no, I ain't gonna tell y'all that secret. I ain't gonna tell y'all that secret. I'm gonna tell you, because I like to be open and transparent here, y'all. And some of those things, like those things, I'm not even on there when I'm doing it, right? I'm scheduling those posts. Like, I go on there to schedule it to come out and release a certain time, because I'm gonna be living my life. While, yes, you're gonna get this content, but I'm living my life. Like, I'm doing, like, most of the time when my posts go, I go check social media to make sure that it did, like, the schedule stuff worked just fine, because I'm just not on there like all the time, like, doing that. Like, there's ways for that, right? There's settings in the app for that and all the different things. I don't need to be there 24/7 for you to get stuff from me. Like, there's, man, yeah, a whole nother thing. Okay. So, and like, literally, since I'm not on there 24/7, I'm not on there most of the time, right? I'm barely on there. There, like, bruh, there are days and even weeks sometimes where I go without checking my DMs or seeing people DMs. Like, I respond like, "Oh man, I'm just now seeing this, but la da 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 da," like, whatever. And if you still want whatever you want, or you still whatever, like, we good. If not, okay. Like, I'm good either way, right? I always tell people, like, the best way for people to get in touch with me is to text or call me. Now, again, there'll be times when my phone is in do not disturb mode, and I'll hit you back when I see it. But it's like, that's still the best way to get in contact with me, to have more immediate responses and things of that sort, right? Those of you who are in the boundaries and more community, you have even more access, right? You have priority over social media and things of that sort too, right? There's boundaries there as well, and it's like priority though. Right? It's priority for sure, because it's like, my people is not on the thing, like, in these spaces with all these different noises. Like, we're people with common goals, and I'm literally, like, fostering and cultivating this community where, like, it's more focused, right? Like, that's what it's about. This is what the boundaries and more community is about. Again, you have not yet joined the boundaries and more community. Take some time out right now to join us there in the boundaries and more community. That link for you is in the show notes. However, you can also go to community.boundariesandmore.com. Like, let's get up in there. Like, right, let's help me cultivate this space where we all have, this sacred space without all that extra noise and whatnot, right? Like, that's important, y'all. Super, super important, right? Now, I want to give y'all this tip, right? Because I'm really about this life, y'all. Like, I don't just come here and I'm just making stuff up or whatever. Like, I literally live the life that I'm talking about here. Like, I really do. And y'all, there are days, like I told you, there's days and stuff I don't check the DM, because sometimes I do go on social media, but I'm not necessarily checking all the DMs and things of that sort. But there's actual days of the week, like, I am just not even on, like, I'm not opening the social media apps. I'm not doing any of that stuff. And even when, like I told you, the best way that people get in contact with me, text or call. So sometimes people want me to see some stuff so bad, they send me, like, the reels or posts or whatever to my phone. And it's like, if it's one of those days that I'm just not rocking with social media that day, like, I vow, because there are days literally I vow to just not be on it. Like, I'm cool on that, and I stick to that. So they send me those little clips. I don't check it until a day that is so, like, in a sense, okay for me to be on social media. Like, there's day, like Sabbath, okay, what we not doing, right? Like, I'm just not on it, and I'm cool. And I have people, like, praise God for the people and my circle who started. Oh yeah, today is Saturday. Oh, okay, today is this day. Oh, today is. Oh yeah, you're not on social media today. You're not doing that stuff today. Yep, exactly. Exactly. They remember it after I'm like, oh no, yeah, I'll check that when I check that. Oh yeah, today is that day you're not on. So yeah, exactly. Y'all, I'm telling you, you must teach people how to treat you, y'all. It's so important. I always say it. I always will. Like, this is what it's about. Right. And it's like, you literally have that control to like live the life that you desire to live, to have more peace, the less stress, all the different things. Like, you have that control. It's all in your control. It's about you doing something, making different decisions though. Like, you must. And part of that is just not being on social media all day. Like, I get it. There's some people that who are content creators and all these things. Even them, they're not on social media all day. Might look like it, but again, there's apps for that to schedule these things out so that people can have an actual real life. And yeah, I'm just like, again, being mindful of what you consuming. Right, you being here is a great place to be. It's a great start. It's a great place. Like, yeah, take it a step further. Be in the community. And you go maybe even a step further, get one-on-one coaching from all the different things, right? Surround yourself with the things that are actually going to help you progress and develop, right? Help you to grow. That's what it's about here, y'all. That's what it's about, y'all. And that's what I got, man. That's what I got for y'all today. I just wanted to touch on that again. Last week we talked a little more self focus. All of it is self, but it's about governing what you're putting out there in the world and things of that sort. And now this part of like what you're consuming and putting in your spirit and things of that sort. Like, all of it matters, y'all. Right? If you have not checked out last week's episode, take some time out to go check that episode out too. Okay. But like, yeah, that's what I have for y'all today, right, y'all? It's about, for me, it's about joyful vibes only, y'all. Like, and I'm doing the things like being on social media and all that stuff all day. That's not part of the joyful vibes only. Because there's not just joyful stuff on social media. Again, even when you follow in the accounts that bring you joy and inspire you and all the things that social media has its way of just putting randoms in front of you and random different stuff. Like, I'm cool. That's in the boundaries of more community. It's what we put in there. Right, me and you. Right, it's what we put in there. It's like, it's not with all that extra noise. Right, it's different space, joyful vibes only, y'all. And that's what we about that life. Okay. Yep. But that's what I have for you today. I want you to make sure, right, we do a little recap here. I want to make sure you're paying attention to what it is that you're consuming, right? Unfollow and mute those accounts that just ain't that ain't doing it for you, right? That's help that's sparking that comparison, right? That's sparking that you feeling obligated or guilty about stuff, like, and not guilty like, oh man, this don't kind of like hit me, like, okay, not conviction, right? That's different. Right, guilt and conviction is different. So when you're starting to feel like that and you're feeling like down, like these things are just bringing you down, like it didn't inspire you at all, like, again, pay attention to those things and unfollow and mute those types of accounts, right? Also have office hours with your DMs and stuff. Like, there's certain times a day or certain days in which you check DMs and whatever. Like, set that and follow it. Okay. Also, take some time out. Like, there's dates, just don't be on it at all, right? Give yourself a break from all the social media noise. Like, just leave it alone. Just don't be that. You need to be in the social media. You need to have the urge to hit that app and all the things. Like, one of the things I guess I don't normally mention here, maybe I should start, but the boundaries and more community, we have our own app, right? Click in the app that's really going to help you and be more beneficial to you, right? You want that little social media vibe? Okay, we got it. But do it in a community where it's beneficial to you, right? That's okay. That's what I have for you today, y'all. I'm getting up out of here. Yep. Thank you, God, for this message and all these things. Like, I'm so grateful, y'all. Like, I'm grateful that I get to do this work. I get to do what I love and talk about the things that I love. Like, for as much as I like much as I want, really. Because, like, yeah, oh, God is good, y'all. God is so good. All right. That's what I have for you today. I'm gonna just leave it there. Yeah, that's what it is. And for those of you who have not yet taken the time out to follow us on Instagram, I ask that you take some time out today to follow us on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. Again, that's at Boundaries and More Podcast on Instagram. Also, y'all, like, man, let me know, right? There's a feedback for those of you who's listening to this, not necessarily watching the video version of it, but you're listening to the audio version. There's a link in the show notes for you to give your feedback. You can ask your questions. You can, like, it's there for you, right? Utilize the resources. Matter of fact, check all the resources out in the show notes, right? They're there for you. But utilize those resources. Like, there's things that you want me to go deeper in or talk more about. Like, utilize those resources. Again, you're welcome to hit me up on social media. I may see it at another time. Like, it might not be right away. But some of those things, like, there's other avenues for you to get in touch with me more, on more of immediate kind of basis, right? You want it to be like, yes, I'm going through this thing. I want you to talk about this or whatever. Like, I can do that, but it's ways to do that, right? So check out that link in the show notes for that form. Well, that link to take you to the space where you can actually type in that feedback, ask your questions, or whatever it is that you have there. All right, y'all. So that's what I have for you today. Take some time out today to have an amazingly beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your week and be back here next week for more Boundaries and More with Jas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.